Nigel, a very harsh result in the end, but how pleased were you with the performance?
Well, as you rightly say, it's about the results, and it's gone against us today. Right to the death, it's gone between Connor Jennings' legs, and the lads have given everything from an effort point of view, so you can't complain at that. There's been a lot of graft and effort, and I think there was a good structure about ourselves against a good side who are in good form at the moment, and we can all see that they'll keep possession. So I'd like to think we had a nice defensive structure to start off with, and actually led to the goal. Our first goal, Charlie Jolly. You know, we talked about getting ourselves in a position to block their forward passes, slow them down away from home, make them frustrated. And I think in the first half in particular we did that very, very well. And again, intercepting the ball, getting the ball forward, and Charlie Jolly put us in the lead. It's a great goal. And even when we look at the second goal that we've gone and scored, again, mid-third block, got it. What a great pass from Brad Walker. That's what he's got. He's got an unbelievable range of passes. And isn't it fantastic to see Sam Taylor running in there, threatening behind, and what a great finish. Now, obviously, from my point of view, very frustrating that we've conceded the 3 goals that we have done in the manner that we have, because for me they were avoidable. And that's a shame, and at the end we could have got something as well, because what a great break. Harvey Saunders, you know, impact coming off the bench, come back from injury, and his dynamism to just run down that wing, and a composure to keep his head up and pass the ball across the box. And unfortunately Josh Hawkes just couldn't quite get his feet sorted out, where it could have been an easy tap in. But Josh had a couple of great opportunities before, but the one he just fizzed over the crossbar, you know. So there's a few oohs and ahs. You know, we come away from home not picking up the points that we were after. That was the desire. But we come away from home, from my point of view, I'll reflect on it, and I've seen through the course of the week people have all applied themselves, they want to be part of it, and they've grafted. And today they've had to graft against a team that has just been in good form at this moment in time, with good possession of the football, and we're just disappointed with the manner of the 3 goals that we've given away ultimately.
Yeah, I mean, fine margins you're talking about there, Nigel, certainly. And I suppose particularly after when you've gone ahead again and then just 2 minutes later to concede an equaliser.
Well, for me that's the biggest one, because I thought people were in the right positions, and obviously crosses come in. We have a player in the front of the near post areas to block that ball, be exactly like that, and he's not made proper contact with the ball, and it's skewed across to another player who I'd like to think we would have been aware of and got closer to mark, and he's actually just tapped it in. So again, having put ourselves back in front, you've got to make sure you don't concede in them critical moments afterwards. And when we look at it, it's disappointing in the manner we've gone and done that. Just a simple mistake, you know. Structured organisation, that was good. I know that they had players that were going to give us problems, and that proved to be the case throughout through the game, particularly later on. First half, I thought we did all right, and again we've got to then try and adapt and nullify their strengths, and try and give ourselves an opportunity to score. And we nearly did that. You know, we nearly did that.
Yeah, and you touched on, you know, young Charlie Jolly. That's 2 goals for him this season. You know, Sam as well with the goal. I mean, youngsters who've got pace, and pace worries defenders, doesn't it?
Well,
and then Harvey coming off the bench as well. He's got the similar.
You look at that. We've got a young Sam Taylor. We've got a Josh Hawkes. We've got a Charlie Jolly. We've got who's the other one? Harvey Saunders, and we've got a little Rob Apter who's come on there as well. He's got loads of ability and flair that I'm sure the fans will be excited about when they see him. So we've got real good attacking threat. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Christian Dennis on the starting line today, because he's a great finisher, but I think you just highlighted there what a good performance Charlie Jolly's put in for the team. You know, it's about the team at the moment. It's not about the individuals, it's about the team. A few people have been given a little bit of an opportunity. So, for example, we talk about Brad Walker, and his passing ability led to the goal, because he's got that. Obviously you take him off because he's not been playing that much, and we've got a Regan Henry to come in and go and play. So all in all, it's 2 full-backs have done really well. They're coming back from fitness, you know, getting involved in it. And it was a challenging game because of the way they go and play. So they've done well, and obviously we've come and changed it. Young James Norris comes in left back, and then we had to try and adapt as best as we can. I've gone to a 3 at the back to try and shore up shop, if you like, and obviously their left wing back was a problem all the way through the game, which sometimes you have to appreciate that's a problem. I tried to match him up man for man toward in there, but sometimes you've got to just turn around and go, there's things for us to go and work on.
There was a clarity about the shape today, and I think everybody looks as if they knew what their job was on the pitch, certainly. And as you say, even with players injured at the moment, you've got to deal with who's fit, haven't you, and make sure that the structure fits them. Yeah, again, it's you know, you're going to have injuries throughout the course of the season. You're trying to put round pegs in round holes, to coin a phrase. And in possession, we've got massive threats. Out of possession,
you know, if we're not careful against the good side here. A different team might have set up a different way, but today obviously we've tried to press the goalkeeper at the beginning, but after that it's make the pitch small, slow it down, make it frustrating for the home supporters, and we did that for a bit, but obviously then they've pegged us back and they've got some good players. For example, Liam Kelly, who gave his debut to at Reading, talented football player, given space and time can give problems, and in the end, you know, I don't know how long when they've gone and scored, 98 minutes or whatever it is. You know, you could say like they were knocking on the door, but again, when we look at it, they've had a shot that in another day hits Conor Jennings' legs, has gone through it, probably unblocks our goalkeeper, and he just can't get there. And that's what happens when we are in this situation. But as you rightly say, there's, you know, the fans have come down and the lads have gone over to applaud them. The fans have applauded the lads back, which I think is important. We're in a challenging situation, but as you rightly said, I'd like to think with 3 or 4 days in since I've been here, we're trying to put a structure in place to give ourselves an opportunity. But as you rightly say, we've got some flair in the team and you want them to go and express themselves, and we scored some good goals today.
Yeah, long journey home. When you've lost it, it's still tough, isn't it, sort of thing, and you'll try and take the positives out of it, I know, but the players will be hurting, you know, and they'll think, well, why couldn't we have done this a little bit better? But that's a good thing as well, isn't it? You want them to reflect on that.
Well, we have to reflect and we have to learn the lessons. That's a very important thing for us. Because for me, we've gone in, there's some real good things that we talked about doing and we've done, but obviously there's some things that we've got to improve on. What we've got is, we'll be back in on Monday now, as you say, a long journey home. We'll come back in on Monday, we'll reflect on the game, lessons learned, and then get ourselves ready. How can we improve the individuals? How can we improve us as a team and get ready for the next game, which is obviously back at Prenton Park against Adkins. And
just one for you, back in the dugout again, back on the touchline, you know, shouting the orders and being involved so close to it. How have you enjoyed that today?
Well, you're asking me because we've got beat, so you don't enjoy it. However, for me, it's obviously getting used to being in the dugout. For the last couple of years, I've been watching in the stand, so the game's a little bit different than being on the side of the pitch. But you see me, I'm animated, I'm part of the team. You have to keep a clear head as well. But there's things that you want the players to do. You have that energy and that desire. And as I said, I want us to be a really aggressive pressing team. But that only comes about being from a compact shape to start off with, so you're not just going on your own. Now, we could quite easily say, right, we're going to go and press today, and we go in individuals all over the place, and the pitch becomes massive and we're spread out, and it's so easy, as they did in the last game against the opposition, and they scored a lot of goals and picked them up for fun. So things for us to work on, which is an important message.
You have to get used to all this stoppage time as well, Nigel.
It's football, it's the evolution of football, you move with it, and from my point of view, it is what it is, and you've got to get on with it.
Take care.
Cheers, thank you.
Appreciate your time.